Stop! Don't skip this video, because what you're about to see might change the way you look at everything. Hello Army, and all viewers of Jikook Lover. Before we go any further, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe right now, because today we're diving into something that is shaking the entire internet. Thinking face, why are they so close? Is it just a coincidence? Or is there something deeper that's been hidden all along? A simple moment, a quiet hug, a soft smile. Yet somehow, it's enough to make millions of people question everything. Is this just a normal interaction? Or is there a bigger story no one has told yet? And here's the shocking part. There's a tiny detail most people completely missed. Are you ready to uncover the truth? Or will this mystery pull you even deeper in? The internet doesn't always explode because of something loud. Sometimes, it's the quietest moments that create the biggest waves. And right now, one particular image is doing exactly that, spreading across the world at an unstoppable speed, leaving behind one burning question that no one can seem to answer. Why are they so close? At first glance, there's nothing extraordinary. No flashing lights, no grand stage, no dramatic announcement. Just a moment, simple, warm, and almost too natural to question. But that's exactly where the mystery begins. Because the more people look at it, the less it feels ordinary. It started quietly, a few shares here and there, some casual comments. But within hours, curiosity turned into obsession. Within days, theories began to rise. And before anyone realized it, this single moment had transformed into a global discussion that refuses to slow down. What makes it so powerful isn't just what we see, but what we feel. There's something in their expressions, a kind of comfort that doesn't look staged, a closeness that doesn't seem forced. It feels real, almost too real. And in a world where everything is often carefully curated, authenticity like this stands out and raises questions. Is this truly just a natural interaction? Or is it a glimpse of something much deeper that has never been openly revealed? Observers began to notice small details, the way they lean in, the way their space disappears, the way their presence seems to sink without effort. These aren't things you can easily script. These are things you feel, or you don't. And that's where the line between fact and perception begins to blur. Some believe this is proof of a deeper connection, something meaningful that goes beyond what meets the eye. Others argue it's nothing more than a moment of friendship, exaggerated by the imagination of millions. But if it's truly nothing, why does it feel like something? Why does this image carry a weight that refuses to be ignored? As the conversation grows louder, so do the theories. People are digging into past moments, trying to connect dots that may, or may not, exist. Old interactions are being revisited. Small gestures are being reanalyzed. Every second, every glance, every movement is now under a microscope. And strangely, the more people search for answers, the more questions appear. Could this all be coincidence, stitched together by the power of collective curiosity? Or has the truth been quietly present all along, hidden in plain sight, waiting for the right moment to be noticed? There's something undeniably human about this phenomenon. We are drawn to mystery, especially when it involves emotion, connection, closeness, and the unspoken language between people. And maybe that's why this moment feels so different. Because it doesn't give us answers. It gives us possibilities. And in a world filled with instant explanations, something that refuses to be defined becomes impossible to ignore. As opinions continue to clash, the divide becomes clearer. Some are convinced there's a hidden truth waiting to be revealed. Others stand firm, insisting that this is nothing more than overinterpretation. But no matter which side you're on, one thing is certain. This moment has sparked something powerful, something emotional, something undeniable. And maybe the real question isn't about what we're seeing, but about what we want to see. Because sometimes, the truth doesn't come as a clear answer. Sometimes, it exists in subtle signals, small, fleeting moments that can't be proven, only felt. And right now, the world is trying to feel its way through this one. But the deeper we go, the harder it becomes to separate reality from imagination, fact from assumption, truth from narrative. So what is this really? A simple moment turned into something bigger than it ever was? Or the beginning of a story that has yet to fully unfold? The question keeps circling. It doesn't stop. It only grows. And maybe it was never meant to stop. Because behind all of this, beyond the theories, beyond the debates, beyond the endless speculation, there's one thought that lingers stronger than anything else. What if there's something they're not saying? And as the conversation continues to spiral across timelines, forums, and comment sections, something even more intriguing begins to happen. People are no longer just reacting, they are investing emotionally in what this moment could mean. It's no longer just an image. It has become a story that is being written in real time by millions of eyes, each one interpreting the same moment in completely different ways. Some see comfort, some see chemistry, others see coincidence. But no matter the interpretation, one thing remains consistent: no one is indifferent. And that alone says something. Because in a digital world flooded with endless content, indifference is the norm. People scroll, pause for a second, and move on. But not this time. This time, people stop. They look again. They zoom in. They replay the moment in their minds as if there's something hidden between the frames. And maybe that's exactly what makes it so powerful. There's an unspoken tension in moments like these. Not the kind that creates discomfort, but the kind that creates curiosity. The kind that pulls you closer, urging you to look just a little deeper, to question just a little more. What if this wasn't meant to be obvious? What if the message, if there is one, was never meant to be spoken out loud? Because sometimes, the loudest truths are the ones that are never directly said. And that's where speculation begins to blur into belief. Across different platforms, theories are no longer just casual thoughts, they are becoming narratives of their own. People are connecting emotional dots, recalling past interactions, and building timelines that seem almost too detailed to ignore. But here's the twist. The more detailed the theories become, the more fragile they also are. Because every assumption rests on interpretation. And interpretation, by nature, is shaped by perspective. So what happens when millions of perspectives collide on a single moment? You don't get one truth. You get countless versions of it. And yet, somehow, each version feels convincing to the person who believes it. That's the paradox. And maybe that's why the situation feels so different from anything before it. It's not just about what is happening. It's about how deeply people want it to mean something. There's an emotional gravity here that can't be ignored. A pull that goes beyond logic, beyond analysis, beyond facts. It taps into something more instinctive, something human. The desire to understand connection, to define closeness, to find meaning in the spaces between people. And perhaps that's why this moment has resonated so widely. Because it reflects something universal, something everyone has experienced in one way or another, the question of whether what we see is truly what it seems, or if there's something more beneath the surface. But here's where things take an even more unexpected turn. Some observers have begun to question not just the moment itself, but the timing of it. Why now? Why this specific moment, captured and circulated the way it was? Was it random, or was it inevitable? Because in a world where almost everything is documented, very few moments become this significant without a reason. And that thought alone opens another layer of mystery. Could it be that this moment wasn't just seen, but meant to be seen? And if so, by whom? By fans? By the public? Or by those who are now trying to decode it? The idea may sound far-fetched to some, but to others, it only deepens the intrigue. Because if there's one thing history has shown, it's that not everything meaningful is announced. Some things are simply shown, quietly, briefly, and then left behind for the world to interpret. So now, we're left standing at the center of something that feels both simple and impossibly complex at the same time. A moment that could mean nothing, or everything. And maybe that's the real reason it refuses to fade. Because as long as there are no clear answers, the conversation will continue. The theories will evolve, the emotions will intensify, and the mystery will only grow stronger. So before you decide what this moment truly means, ask yourself one thing. Are you seeing what's really there? Or are you seeing what your heart wants to find?